Little Redcap by Carol Ann Duffy is a literary poem about a young girl groomed by an older man. The poem is from her series A World's Wife, including the poems Medusa and The Devil's Wife, all of which take folktales and fictitious characters and use them to portray the struggles women go through, including having a man take advantage of them. Lion is a non-literary film directed by Garth Davis that follows young Saru through mid-1980s India as he gets lost and then almost child-trafficked multiple times. Both plots aim to inform about how the vulnerability of children can be exploited by adults intending to take advantage of them sexually. The first stanza in my extract of Little Redcap describes the wolf similarly to how he's described in Little Red Riding Hood. This illusion between the two stories creates a foreshadowing effect that the wolf will deceive Little Redcap in some way throughout the poem. The visual imagery and diction between choosing to have his beard being wine-stained shows that the wolf is a symbol for an adult man. The diction in the chosen words, Sweet 16 never been, babe, waif, specifically in waif, portrays Little Red as a little girl who has been abandoned or neglected and is therefore vulnerable. The audio and visual imagery of having the wolf reading poetry, which is known to be a very knowledgeable subject, shows that he is a very knowledgeable man, and him reading it out loud is him offering to share his knowledge with her. The visual imagery and having him buy her wine is him offering her things, specifically monetary things, or him treating her as an adult, which can seem very valuable to a growing child. All these things allow her to effectively be groomed and manipulated by the wolf. Stanza 2 and 3 of my extract include symbolism of the eyes of the owls, the thorny place, and the description of her outfit and the wolf's fur. The eyes of the owls refers to her being pressured to sleep with the wolf, based on both his expectations and others' expectations, based on what he's given her, and the fact that she's been groomed into believing she owes him something back. The idea of the thorny place is her feeling stuck in the relationship with the wolf based on what he's given her. The description of her outfit being torn off and the wolf's thrashing fur outlines a non-consensual interaction between the two, which causes the audience to feel horror, disgust, sympathy for the girl, concern, the urge to step in or stop the actions happening to her. In Carol Ann Duffy's poem, The Devil's Wife, the subject is Myra Hindley. Throughout the poem, she references how Brady has manipulated her into murdering children by exploiting her love for him. Specifically the quote, "The devil was evil, mad, but I was the devil's wife, which made me worse. I howled in my cell. If the devil was gone, then how could this be hell?" The symbolism here is that Brady is referred to as the devil, and Hindley is referred to as the devil's wife. The audio imagery of her howling refers to how heartbroken she was to be separated from Brady in prison. The rhyming rhetorical question of "if the devil was gone, then how could this be hell?" refers to her confusion as to why she was being blamed for quote-unquote Brady's crimes and unfairly imprisoned. This is similar to the rhetorical question used in reference to being manipulated by a man used at the end of stanza 3 in Little Redcap. For what little girl doesn't dearly love a wolf? The young girl in this instance has been so deeply manipulated, she believes it would be wrong of her not to love the wolf after what he's done for her, when in reality he's been taking advantage of her. Duffy's poem Medusa is the story of a woman who is so jealousy stricken by her husband's affair that she turns into a monster. The quote, "It's you I love, perfect man, Greek god my own, but I know you'll go betray me, stray from home," uses assonance and rhyming and a metaphor to talk about her marital issues and how she still loves him either way. The assonance between own, no, go, home, using the long O vowel, is the wife saying that while she knows he'll leave, she is possessive of him and wants him to go home. The rhyme between betray and stray points a connection between the betrayal of him cheating and straying from their marriage. And the metaphor of her connecting him to a Greek god also alludes to the story of multiple Greek gods who were both perfect and desirable but also cheated on their wives. This connects to Little Redcap, as despite her marital issues with the man and her rough relationship, she still feels obligated to stay with him, similarly to how Little Red feels obligated to go with the wolf and listen to him because of her love for him. The extract from the movie Lion, containing Nord and Saru, is very misleading. The diegetic sound between Noor and Saru speaking is very significant, as Saru has not been able to conversate with anyone since getting lost, since no one there spoke his language. The body language and facial expression here is also very different, as it's the first time we see Saru laughing and smiling with someone. As she and him share a drink and dinner, she then bathes him and cuddles him to sleep. All of these things imply trust between the two of them. The lighting as she bathes him is very warm. The lighting as they're cuddling is very dark. These contrasts show the passing of time and create almost a maternal sense in the character. This scene is very misleading, as it turns out she's actually just grooming Saru and gaining his trust to make him feel comfortable around her, which juxtaposes to the morning after when she introduces him to her friend Rawa. The morning after, Rawa goes into the room to speak to Saru. He lays with him on the bed and makes him stand and examines his body. Throughout the scene, Saru is extremely stiff and withdrawn, his body language implying a distrust and discomfort with the man. He loosens up slightly and follows Rawa's instructions after being told and lied to that Rawa will help him look for his mother. This juxtaposes the body language with Noor kindly bathing him the night before, as he was much more loose and trusting then. It also is a juxtaposition between Noor cuddling Saru and Rawa in bed with him caressing him, with Saru's facial expression showing he's uncomfortable and withdrawn. The lighting here is dark and eerie. Rawa's face is mainly shown in dark light, showing that he is shady and distrustful. This scene shows how Noor and Rawa use Saru's homelessness and vulnerability and want to find his mom in order to manipulate him and groom him for trafficking. Earlier in the movie, Saru finds many other homeless children. He locks eyes with one of the boys, and using a shot reverse shot and body language, the two boys look at each other and determine whether or not they can trust each other. The camera stops switching between the two once the one boy invites Saru over to sleep on some cardboard, and they decide to trust one another. The diegetic sound in the background is the sound of the other homeless kids speaking, the kids breathing, and the trains going by. This scene is significant in showing the quantity of homeless and lost kids in India at the time, and it shows the unifying fear and initial distrust that fills them all. The peaceful bird's-eye view shot of the two children choosing to trust each other and sleep next to each other juxtaposes with the scene from the next morning. Many men come running in and kidnapping the kids in order to traffic them. The diegetic sound in the moment includes kids screaming, kidnappers yelling at each other to grab the kids, and the rapid footsteps of the kids running away and the men chasing them. The quick camera movement, switching between perspectives of Saru running away and the kids being kidnapped, is used to express Saru's panic and overwhelm in the moment. This leads to the audience being scared for the children and feeling empathetic towards Saru. This scene is the first indicator that the kidnapping and child trafficking rates are extremely high at the time, because kidnappers were able to prey on the vulnerable homeless kids. Carol Ann Duffy's multiple poems show how manipulation and obligation lead to women feeling the need to stay with men who take advantage of their situation, including Little Red and her groomer, the Wolf. Davis's film Lion shows how a high number of lost, homeless children in India in the 80s were highly vulnerable and easily taken to be trafficked, including when they think they can trust someone, like Saru with Noor, who is actually grooming him. Both authors do well to show how a child's vulnerability can be exploited by adults through manipulation, grooming, and gaining trust in order to sexually assault the children.